Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Let me adjust my glasses. Let's talk briefly about energy. Right? What is energy? Energy is a force that moves things. Energy is ability to do work. That work done is done by something called energy. This is a force which makes things happen, and it cannot be destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another. And also energy during its movement, or when it's causing these things to happen, can be lost due to friction. And when that friction takes place, then heat is released in the process. So you observe things like internal combustion engine, many things. If you rub something against another thing, heat is produced. So this gravitational potential energy, we call it gravitational potential energy. We have all forms of energy like chemical energy. And I can draw something which of course you know, but there's no drawing it. It's something like, for example, if you talk of chemical energy from the sun to the tree that absorbs it, photosynthesis, you know how the tree will convert it. Then you have chemical energy, and from here you can get, if you light this one become fire. You know, it's just like an hierarchy. Sun, the tree that uses it. Then you have the chemical energy and the firewoods or whatever, and the tree grows, you get the logs and so on. So let's define some forms of energy. We have what is potential energy? Now potential energy, you know it, if you are keen, is energy stored in an object due to its position relative to some zero position. It's stored in an object, right? An object possesses gravitational potential energy if it is positioned at a height above or below the zero height. Now gravity comes in. So because of position, I mean it's below, high or below a 0 point, and that's it. That's what potential energy is. And this potential energy from the diagram I've just shown you, stored in trees in form of chemical energy. I guess I wrote, chemical. And then when you tear the woods down and burn them, then energy is released. That's a good example. We have also kinetic energy. Is energy a body possesses by virtue of its being in motion. So when it's moving, then that body has something called kinetic energy, and from there you know what's mechanical. It does mechanical work, causes things to happen. Mechanical, what do you call it? Mechanical what? What is mechanical? So this thing called energy exploits something. What is really energy? So you see, we have given it a word, energy. For example, if you light a bulb, an incandescent bulb, not a LED like this one, it will give heat. What happens? The electrons are being released. And what are electrons actually in an atom? We have a proton, electron, neutron, right? Charge without charge. So let's talk about the electrons, which are just flow. They have charge, and they can cause heat. If like in a incandescent light, for example, I don't think this one, even this light I'm using here, if you can see it, or if I bring it close, you can't see it actually because I'm using it. But if you touch it, you find that it's heating. Why? So you see, like photon light, when light is being given off, some energy is being dissipated in form of heat to the environment. So energy is something very peculiar actually. You can't really say something that which is always there and cannot be destroyed. Even in the beginning of things, the Big Bang, there was energy before the Big Bang. And that's why it really bogs somebody's mind of what is this energy? Because they say energy is matter. Like if you light this bulb, if you light this bulb, that's energy. This photon, LED, let's say LED, glows. Why? Because the electrons are flowing there, right? From the source, AC source. And also it can flow from DC. So it's such a strange thing. They say energy is equal to matter, C squared. And what is matter? Something that has weight, that can occupy space. So you also matter. You was watching this video. You are made of these electrons, right? Now let's talk about heat. What is heat? Heat is a flow of thermal energy. What is thermal? Hot. Thermal is the energy contained in a system that is responsible for its temperature, right? I'm giving you basic definitions, scientific definitions alongside this. So we have something in physics, also in engineering, something called thermodynamics. Thermal means energy, heat, form of energy is defined here. Thermal is energy contained in a system that is responsible for its temperature. So thermodynamic means movement. So we have a branch of physics dealing with that. So we have heat is a flow of thermal energy. Now get that. Heat is a flow of thermal energy. So thermal is the energy contained in a system that is responsible for its temperature. If something is hot, for example, heat is moving out, and that's what we call heat. Something, that hotness that flows out, the heat is a flow of thermal energy. I think you are getting the simple definitions of this. So now let's talk about LED, something I've just shown you, or maybe this thing. Now, how does an LED bulb produce light? How does it produce light? Today, guys, we're gonna go over this general things. You see it's lighting up. How does it give this light? It seems to be loose at the base there where I'm putting it. How does it give light? How? Okay. How does this thing give light? How does it produce this thing you are seeing? Look, can I keep it up? See, it's even covered my face. So how is this possible? So I want to tell you, an LED bulb produces light by passing the electric current through a semiconductor material, the diode. So what's the diode? Diode is that thing which allows the current to flow in one direction or the other. We had done from the previous video, and which then emits photons light. So this light you are seeing, I keep repeating this because then it can stick to your mind. Let me do it again. This light you are seeing here is photon lights, which then emits, this is photon light, through a principle called electroluminescence. Electroluminescence. Okay, that's what LED does, and I showed in the previous video when I did a disassembly of it. So we are going through these definitions just to keep yourself informed about them. Yeah, very much. And let's talk briefly about what is, of course, An atom makes up a molecule, so molecule stores energy. When you talk of higher molecules, or you go higher, if when there's less air there, like in interstellar space, there's not so much of this air, and sound cannot travel there. Also, only light can travel there because these molecules are scattered. So, what is a molecule? Molecule is made out of what? Atoms. And what's an atom? An atom is the smallest particle, indivisible particle, or something like an element, something which can not be divided any further. So it gets the name element, which you find in the periodic tables that define how many elements are there. So yeah. So molecules has energy. Okay. And they are drawn. I don't have to show you the diagrams of molecules, but these are just, we imagine that this is the way they look like. And what else? Yeah, that's about it. So, energy is the strangest thing on earth. We are made of energy. Everything around is energy. Even before the Big Bang, there was energy. And the universe is energy. So what is energy really? We give it the name energy, but you see it is describing a natural phenomena which you and I don't really understand, but we feel it. Like when you touch something hot, that's energy. When a car moves, or so a plane is flying up there, or the train is going, this is energy being converted. So this force, the name force describes a natural phenomenon. But behind all these names, what is this thing? It's a force. What is this force? Called energy. If you remove the names we have given it, it remains something that we really see, observe, but we don't know what it is really. You can say energy is equal to mass times speed of light squared, according to what Einstein, but we don't know. We don't know. Yeah. Okay, guys, just a bit of scientific puzzle, wondering what is this, what is that. You can also add your thoughts and think about it. That what is this thing called energy? They have several ways you can describe energy, like potential energy in these things, like something which is higher up somewhere, is going up, down. There are many ways you can describe these energies in different forms. So energy is something that cannot be destroyed, but can be changed from one state to another. I'm gonna leave you there. We'll maybe continue it in the next episode to analyze and try to understand the mysteries around us, or even us, we ourselves, we are a mystery. Do you ever wonder who you are? Sorry. Bye for now. Please subscribe to my channel. Bye.